were fortunate enough to actually enter at the market bottom. Fortunate in the meaning that when we do enter at the market bottom, we cannot really tell if this is going to be a strong reversal or just very small reversal. So we're fortunate enough that turns out to be a strong reversal. It would mean that both Ripple and whatever else altcoins you want to trade are also buys. We're not really looking at these right now because we don't have a segregation like we do here with Bitcoin and Ethereum, but we'll work on having a segregation by tomorrow, and therefore we could take entries into them. But if you're holding anything in Ripple and Litecoin, I believe probably they will be buys. You would hold the position. Okay, so that takes you all the way to wave 1 here, and that is a wave 2. So we are really looking at money moving out of stocks. We have to envision or try and understand how money managers work with money allocation. If you do not relocate your money quickly into the trending issues, then you become liable, really. You're not doing your job, as a matter of fact. So it is very peculiar to see that at a specific point they have decided that they're going to move out of stocks and move into another asset like cryptocurrencies. Personally, I would have moved out and in earlier. I would consider to move out of stocks earlier and into the cryptos earlier, but it's really peculiar to the choice of time. Alright, so it is the same plot that we're having with Bitcoin. This is Ethereum now. And our next move is, of course, to this neckline, which is going to be 2,800 or 2,700, and we're already there actually, but we're going to support in wave 4, we think, between the two necklines before we take out that high degree neckline. This makes this a wave A into the current C. There's going to be a B between the two necklines, and then let's take a look at where we go next. It's going to be, of course, this second neckline here below level 1 at 3,000. There's also possibility for us to go to 2,850. You remember that level, 2,850, and then 3,000, or even 3,000. That's it, 3,000. Okay, so we hold first to 2,850. This is really what we're saying now. There is, of course, a crossover in the moving averages. Everything really confirms the labels are correct. We're gonna take out this neckline and we're gonna go to 2,850. So long as you're having a positive momentum plot on the 30 minutes and on the 15 minutes and even now on the 1 hour, it confirms. We go for the full drive. We go all the way to 3,000. We hold. If you would want to join the market now, today, right now, because there is a confirmation, of course, we're really looking at taking the projections right from level 2 all the way to level 3, assuming this is going to be level 3 or level 5, 5 into 3, of course, means that our best entry is going to be 2,670, very close to what we're having now. If you just want to enter the market now, it's 2,680. We think it's a buy even all the way down to the top of level 1, 2,665. So you would want to just buy market. You could, of course, after doing due diligence, so please everyone make sure that they are actually making the right decision and are comfortable with risk. With the stoppage just 2,500 or 2,450 just to stand out of spikes. So the current market is a buy 2,685 and 2,665 and 75. Was a stop at 2,450. We take this potential to see 3,000 and 3,200, but earliest target is going to be 2,850. Again, earliest target is 2,850. There's potential to see 3,000 and 3,200, probably very high potential. All right, we don't need to go over the technical picture, I'm sure, because it's already been done in detail yesterday, so you will probably have it on recording, yesterday's recording. With Bitcoin, we've taken out this, or we have really taken out this neckline, and I'm going to that neckline in level 1 now, which is at 43,000 to 42,800. because the momentum plot dictates this. Remember that this was the momentum plot yesterday on the 30-minute chart. It was negative. Now it is trending positive. With Ethereum, it is really the same, right? We didn't move any lower. We took out this neckline, or about to take out that neckline, and I'm going to that one, 2,850, this one here. On a positive momentum plot, there is potential of close to 3,000. This is level 1 here, 3,050. Gradually, naturally, and even 3,200. And the higher neckline is this green block up there. This is 3,250. All right, I believe we have covered issues, and this brings us to the end of analysis. So if you have any question or any issue you wish reviewed or resolved, please make a note to the moderator. It would still take some time to look at it. So if you have any questions or any issues you wish reviewed or revised, please make a note to the moderator. We would still take the necessary time to go over them, at least so long as they're on our scheduled analysis. All right, excellent, great. So there doesn't seem to be anything left out. Okay, so to recap on the situation, we appear to be on the right side of the trend with Ethereum and Bitcoin. So we would want to hold that to, so long as we're having a positive momentum plot, hold it to the furthest profit targets possible. We're looking at Ethereum 3,000 and 3,250. We're looking at Bitcoin 43,000 actually, and at least 43,000, 42,700 before we recheck the momentum picture. That's probably our take. All right, oil is always, of course, going up. All right, oil is of course going up, and we will have a specific strategy, fundamental strategy and technical strategy implemented as of next week, if you would care to consider it, specifically for trading oil in detail at entry levels and take profit levels. The dollar should begin to strengthen. We're currently seeing strength in the yen, so we'll find depreciation of especially sterling pairs against the yen, but it's really a two-way market, both buys and sells. Dollar against the yen is a straight buy today because it's bouncing at 114.3 levels, if you ever get to see that level. The euro dollar is a sell, like we've just shown, short term that is. And most important, the dollar against the Swiss franc is a sell and hold because of the current fundamentals that are going on in Ukraine. Gold, of course, is a buy. We just had a question on that. You would always want to buy 15-minute pivot levels, the internal pivot on the 15-minute structure, and 50% below that internal pivot level. We did this in great detail, so you could always get it reviewed on the recording of the current analysis and yesterday's analysis. Gold is going at least to, we believe, in the current drive up, we're going to 1,960 before we begin to correct or look back on the current fundamentals. If the fundamentals worsen in Europe or towards Russia in particular, if Russia begins to use their own gold reserves, then you're even looking at even worse. You're looking at higher gold prices, but for the time being, we're looking at 1,960. That's our projection before we begin to get any kind of correction back into 1,920s and 1,915s. So gold is a solid buy on a daily basis by simply buying at pivot levels on the 50-minute chart. Either it's pivot P or support 1 on the 50-minute chart.